seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the SLI League Invitational. We got more South American and Dota, what could be the last of the day. Youth Fury going to go up against DC.SA. Game 1, DC.SA took a little bit of a slow start, but man, after a while they came out punching, and yeah, they punched Youth Fury constantly with Pugna in the face. Right in the face, guys. So they're up a game, as you can see. This is where the win ticks are now, and they're going to grab Necrophos right here. See? Told you. Guys, I'm Mike Loris. I'm going to be casting the rest of this best of 3. This is winner bracket, so loser drops down, winner moves on. Pretty standard stuff there. And Youth Fury have shown themselves to be okay, but DC are, I would say, most people would say, the team in South America. They are the team to beat. They are the #1 head honchos. You know, you can probably give them a good run for your money. Some teams can. SGE just lost 2-1 earlier today in a different tournament, so you know it's not impossible to beat them for sure, but they are going to be looking pretty scary, especially when they get their hands on this combo. AA and Necrophos is just dirty beyond belief. Now on the other end, Earthshaker Batrider, very initiation heavy, very stun heavy. If you're going to be focusing down someone like Necrophos, you need those stuns. If you slip up for just a second, suddenly Ghost Shroud, Death Pulse, Stick charges, and he's back at full HP. So I do like this response from Youth Fury. They do need, or they should want, some way of getting rid of that Ghost Shroud from the Necrophos, or just bursting him down when he does put on the Ghost Shroud, like a Lina or something. Because if you Ghost Shroud as Necrophos, yeah, you may heal, but you also take additional magic damage, and, you know, Lina kind of likes that. But back to Ancient Apparition Necrophos, why this combination is so dirty. Well, first of all, you pick up the AAs to make sure the enemies don't get it, so your Necrophos can actually heal things. And also, you have those vortexes, which increase magic damage, and Necrophos deals magic damage, and it's pretty filthy. Now, it's hard to kind of, like, calculate how much it'll do necessarily, but rest assured, it does a lot of damage, and it is very, very dangerous. And even early on, it's a ranged core who you can put Chilling Touch on. Along with the Earth Spirit, they'll be able to slow down any given target by a lot, including a Batrider, just to lay him with those right clicks. With the Batrider, it may not always be enough to get the kill, but it'll definitely be enough to force him back, force out some regen, and maybe get the kill. Let's be honest, once you have the Scythe, you get those kills every single time. Until that point, Death Pulse, Chilling Touch hits, it's a lot of damage, and even if you do have a raindrop, there's no guarantee you actually get out of that. Earth Spirit afterwards for DC.SA. I feel like I've seen them do exactly this before. It might have been another team. This is a pretty like standard thing to do. You get that very baby city type hero in the Ancient Apparition, and then you get the very aggressive type hero, support hero in the Earth Spirit. And you don't really fall behind in your crowd control, because you do have the Scythe, you do have the stuns and silences from the Earth Spirit, even though AA doesn't really have all that much, and I don't think it's going to be super easy to combo up to get Cold Feet to proc. Still very, very possible if you have the right angles, if you have the right body blocks and whatnot. It's definitely not an impossibility. So Youth Fury know what they're up against. What is their response? Earth Spirit roaming towards the mid lane is pretty tough to deal with for a lot of heroes in mid. They're going to go for the Shadow Shaman first. Even more disables to deal with this Necrophos, and to some extent the Earth Spirit as well. Got to make sure he doesn't just roll out every single time. And it seems like for right now, what the best bet for Youth Fury, as far as their own draft is concerned, is try to capitalize on the Shadow Shaman and his pushing power as much as possible. You have the ability to start a fight with the Batrider. You have the chain stuns and disables to follow up on whoever you initiate on. You just got to make sure you have enough to get those kills on the towers after you get the kills on the heroes. So I kind of want to see just a way to do damage versus structures. I've seen heroes like TA be very effective in these type of scenarios. Shadow Fiend is not too bad either. Really, anyone who's going to be happy to pick up a Desolator is who you want. Sven is going to stand ready for DC, which is going to mean that we have a little bit of a lane swap here. Sven is going to go with the Ancient Apparition, Earth Spirit, or Ancient Apparition, and sometimes Earth Spirit in the safe lane, more than likely. And Necrophos can go mid. We've seen that. We've seen him go off lane. You got options there, man. You got options. Although up against Shadow Shaman and potential Earthshaker support, I don't know if I would put Necrophos in the off lane. It's possible, but it seems just a little bit too weak. Not really sure. You can definitely make it work sometimes. It really does depend on what this last core is going into that Youth Fury safe lane. If it's like a Slark or something like that, like, you're just gonna die every single time. Or a Juggernaut is banned out of something. It's not gonna be a Juggernaut. But Sven is gonna give DC that punch in the end.
Radiant team.
Though there are a lot of disables, Sven is kind of the hero you want to have against that. Not because he could shrug him off or anything like that, but Sven gets BKB. And this is an okay game to have either BKB or Lincoln Sphere. So just BKB, ignore the Shaker, ignore the Shadow Shaman, now ignore the Mirana, and her spells just charge on forward. Also is a much better combination with the Ancient Apparition, so there's that as well. Mirana the pick though for Youth Fury. Potentially very soft, like you're looking at a lot of burst damage from the DC side. In magical mostly, but Sven, once he gets Blink Dagger with that God Strength, you're looking at some pretty heavy physical burst as well. You gotta be quick on the draw with that leap. Youth Fury are still going very, very initiation heavy right now. I gotta assume it's a Shadow Shaman Shaker as the support duo. And Mirana towards mid, probably? It's possible we see a Mirana safe lane. I'm not really sure if I like that a lot. You will get the kills if you are able to latch on with the Shadow Shaman or wall off with the Fissure, but it seems like that'll limit the scalability of Youth Fury a little bit too much compared to what DC have in the Sven. So I really think that's probably not what you want to be doing here. Probably Mirana mid. We see Weaver being banned now. It seems like DC have the same read as I do. And if I'm your Youth Fury, I just want to take a really heavy late game hero. I mean, Mirana's pretty good in the late game. You definitely could do a lot worse there. But also she is kind of inconsistent. If you get into her face, her damage output just absolutely plummets. And who do we want here? If I'm Youth Fury, I'm looking for late game. There are a couple of stuns here, so going for an Anti-Mage is not without its risks. You can go for a Troll Warlord. I don't mind that. I think that's actually pretty good here. Really helps you take down those structures. Again, that's what they should be looking for. Or an Invoker for mid. Okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter what lane, honestly, at this point. But Mirana safe lane, Invoker safe lane, who cares? They're just going to look to get those pickoffs. This is a super heavy pickoff lineup for Youth Fury. It is going to give them a little bit of push power, for sure. You get the Alacrity, you got a hero that just has a lot of damage because of Exhort. But Youth Fury are just going to look to combo people down, and DC don't really have many defensive answers to that. The only heal they have is Necrophos, and Necrophos doesn't anymore get Mechanism or anything like that. Way back when, that used to be the build, though. You just get all these like kind of aura supporty items as Necrophos. That was, I think, before the Ghost Shroud change, though. So Youth Fury just want to get those kills. Vision is now super important for DC.SA, and they don't really have anyone to give that vision pretty much at all. Who's going to be that hero? Beastmaster worked out pretty well for DC.SA in the last game. I'm not really sure if they want to do something similar here. Seems like the initiation range of Youth Fury rather is just going to be way too high to make sure even that Hawk will struggle to make sure everyone is kept safe. So I think they just have to concede that that's not going to happen and just go for just good warding, which is a possibility as well. They try to out initiate Youth Fury. They could always go for a Legion Commander, try to deal with that Bat Rider, or a Nyx Assassin. That's not too bad either. Legion Commander would have dealt with the Bat Rider, would have dealt with all these stuns, at least for her allies. But what the Nyx Assassin does is that he will be able to combo break here. And Youth Fury's entire shtick with their lineup is they initiate on someone with the Bat Rider, and then they just chain stun them down. Nyx Assassin, jumping in with the Impale and or the Spike Carapace, will at least give DC some chance of defending against that. Good hero to have versus the Bat Rider for sure. Great hero to have versus the Invoker. And they didn't really need a lot of scalability. Like, they already have that in spades because they have a Sven and a Necrophos. So, yeah, they're good. Very powerful lineups on both sides. For sure, the Youth Fury side looks a little bit more focused than what they want to be doing. And, I mean, it's not, like, good or bad necessarily. It's just what is how their draft is going to behave. Like in team fight scenarios, Youth Fury, they need to get initiation. If they don't, they will be absolutely screwed. Let's put that up, and we're happy. So yeah, they definitely do need to get the initiation on their own terms. They need to be able to get pickoffs. They need to be able to smoke up very, very often. If they can slow down the Necrophos, that is great, or the Sven, that is great too. DC, on the other hand, they can go for those picks. I mean, they have a Scythe. They have a Nyx Assassin. It's certainly feasible that is going to happen. But it's not really the end of the world if they don't. Like, they have the scalability into the late game. They'll be able to challenge because of the power of Scythe. So, yeah. If you favor your versatility in your teams, definitely it's DC. If you favor focus, that's all about Youth Fury. I really like teams that go for like a really focused, really specific draft. The only problem is that even though it is focused and specific, it's also like harder to execute. This one isn't super hard to execute, but yeah, it's like if you aren't able to make this pick-off strat happen, then you're just kind of screwed. We'll see what the Mirana can do. In this game, Mirana just needs to get just that one item, Diffusal, right? That's the only thing she really needs. Like, absolutely needs to get. We've seen a couple of Miranas go for that Hags build, but it's mostly fallen out of favor for, I would imagine this game, something like a Diffusal, Dragonlance, maybe even a Maelstrom type build. You need to be able to get someone to get rid of that Ghost Shroud, and Mirana is going to be that hero every single time. Does Tornado? I think Tornado might actually purge off Ghost Shroud, but that's also like not something you really want to be doing. This is also something you don't want to be doing, is getting killed by cold, Chilling Touch combos. Because here comes the Pain Train for Masha. Chilling Touch does so much damage, and Invoker has no abilities except for Sunstrike. Ripperino. HFN is going to slaughter him, and that is going to be a 3-for-1 Bounty Rune split. Yeah. That's why you pick up Sven with Ancient Apparition. That's not even like the... Oh my god, these guys are just really having fun with that voice board. This is why you pick up Sven with the Ancient Apparition. This isn't even them at their most powerful. That happens at level 2 when you get a little bit more... Okay, there you go. You get a little bit more mana on the Sven. You get the Hammer. You get the Cold Feet. You can freeze a Bat Rider in place, assuming you do have a Earth Spirit with you for a little bit of extra slow. And they will make a couple attempts on this Bat Rider's life, but it will require the lane to be pushed back just a little bit. Over in the mid lane, Invoker going up against Necrophos is not that bad. This is bad, though, for the Nyx Assassin. Even if he levels with play Carapace here, I'm pretty sure he's dead. He's going to stun everyone, but there's the Shackle. Just need a couple more punches. Got him. Nyx Assassin has a lot of armor, a lot of regen, plus a 4-man shield, but Fissure Block is going to be the ace in the hole. So 1-for-1. Back to this mid lane though, Necrophos and Invoker should be fairly even. Guys, don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. I really don't want to mute them. But it's getting really freaking annoying. Oh god. Okay, well, yeah, they should be fine. They both have their source of sustain. They both have ways of poking and prodding. So unless there is a big rotation from the Earthshaker or the Shadow Shaman, then both sides should remain fairly safe. Just the Nyx Assassin has to be careful in this top lane. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Oh my god. Stop spamming. Don't pause the game. I can't take it anymore. Guys, if you're wondering why I'm saying Youth Fury, is that because that's what the admins have on their bracket and their group listings and everything. That is what they are officially known as in this tournament, so I'm just going to call them that. Fissure Block, got him. Nyx Assassin doesn't care. They're just waiting for this Bat Rider to get a little bit overconfident here. Really difficult to actually do that as Bat Rider. You know that because you're filling state charges, the enemy team is always going to have magic wands enough so that Sven can get that Stormhammer off. If you get a Stormhammer off, there's going to be Chilling Touch. And this Chilling Touch is probably going to be Cold Feet, and if there's Cold Feet, you're probably going to die. So Bat Rider's got to play that very, very cautiously. I'd expect him to remain at very few CS, yet a lot of experience. Or not a lot of experience, a decent amount of experience. Nyx and Shadow Shaman. Is there an arrow coming? There is. Kind of. I'm not really sure about that one. Gotta fire a warning shot occasionally just to let Tava know, let him know what's what. Okay, never mind, my bad, guys.
Feast for the flesh fly.
Did I say? Did I just call him the wrong guy? I think I did. Did I say Tavo? I meant Tekka. All these guys starting with T. Tavo, yeah, that's just wrong, man. It's Tekka. Bat Rider, fly away. Fly away. Stick charges. 6 mana short. But here comes Matthew out of nowhere. Kicked in the face with a boulder. Over in the mid lane, though, they're looking to set up. Shadow Shaman chooses a really awkward time to go, and that means that Attune is going to be able to run down river. Unfortunately, there's like a million billion heroes coming in. Does get his full heal off. So this is his highest chance of survival, but I'm still not liking his odds here. That's a huge rotation for that mid lane. Bat Rider is going to have to resort to the jungle. He knows that this lane on bottom is inhospitable. Unfortunately for him, he's going to get... Is that blocking? No, it doesn't block. It just is going to keep tabs on. And Earth Spirit shared pretty much all of that. And is going to jack the Bounty Rune. Probably at the cost of his life. You know, Bounty Runes are great, but I'm not sure if they're that great. Is he going to kick him in the face? No. Oh, yes. It's a little bit late, though. Meantime, Attune is just laying into this Invoker. No mana on this Invoker at all. Already Sunstruck for that Matthew kill attempt. And Invoker isn't exactly known for having a lot of mana regeneration. Look at him go! Attune got like 3 haste runes in the last game as Pugna, so it seems like that's just what he does. Shadow Shaman coming in from the back. Pretty sure he saw him there. So yeah, Invoker doesn't really have much. He's going to get some Clarity's ferried out to him, but even then... Oh, this is really bad for Shadow Burn. Here's the combo. Cold Feet is going to freeze him in place. Never mind, he's dead. It would have frozen him in place. And that's just how inhospitable this lane is. He shows up for a second, even with backup in stuns, and it's still not enough.
The prize is mine.
And Ron is having a great time, and they may set up for Necrophos. Ghost Shroud does go up. Sunstrike. There's no mana. He can't cast anything. And now he can turn around with the Scythe soon. Stick charges. Scythe. Not quite enough. Will it still get the kill in the end? Right clicks. It will. Fissure comes out really late. And Matthew takes tower aggro. One more shot. 10 HP. Calculated. Perfectly calculated. Yeah, you don't want to go for a Necrophos kill with just a Shadow Shaman. You want your Invoker to be there with mana and spells and abilities and stuff like that. And now Attune is just going to be running this lane even more so than he was before. I would expect this Necrophos to be doing fine, but I thought Invoker would be doing slightly better in this matchup.
What have we here?
And since the Scythe is up, things just got so much more dangerous.
Dire's middle tower.
Of course, Death Pulse is maxed out, so Necrophos getting that full regen and full damage output.
Regeneration.
Hard to deal with. Speaking of hard to deal with things, Shackle, boom, Sunstrike. Sen's gonna show up and realize that he doesn't have any offensive power because he went for maxed out Cleave, so he's gonna leave. And there's a Bat Rider coming in. 1 Napalm stack. This is really dangerous to chase because you're chasing into a triangulation of TP locations. Here comes the Earth Spirit. Cold Feet goes onto the wrong guy. They all focus onto the Earthshaker instead. Shackle onto HFN and the Shock as well will get the kill. Only the Earth Spirit rotated in. Attune is too busy bullying the Invoker in top lane. Yeah, Tekka's doing just fine as the Nyx Assassin as well. That first death, yeah, it's bad. But he knows that he's not going to die unless there's a Shaker Fissure in his way. And even then, he's level 5 at this point, so he's a lot more difficult to kill. They get in, get the kill on HFN, get out. Again, it's all about these pickoffs. Blink Dagger on the Bat Rider, and or Lasso on the Bat as well. Just start pulling people apart, just to try to get those opportunities. Obviously not going to be coming up anytime soon, but that is exactly what they need in the future. Wow, that is just on the edge of that range. Can they even kill a Toon here? I'm going to assume that any Shackle is going to be immediately silenced or stunned out. I'm not sure if that's possible. And they may be feeling pretty good about this, but spoiler alert, there is a bug in the area. They have a little bit of a roach problem. There's no Ice Blast just yet, but there are eyes on the Shadow Shaman. He has no idea. There's no Vendetta hit. That may cost them a little bit. Silence goes out. Scythe as well. You're super dead. 10 stacks of that regen, the Death Pulse ability, or passive, or whatever you want to call it. And he's back at full health, full mana. Nyx Assassin hasn't made any rotations till now, and they definitely won't expect this. And that technically was a Vendetta rotation, but he instantly finds another Invis rune, so for Youth Fury, they might figure, hey, we already have to deal with the Vendetta, we don't have to deal with it for another couple seconds. And then he's going to walk over a Sentient Observer, so they will see him come in. Shadowburn looks like he's thinking about baiting. And he'll fall back. So now I'm pretty sure the Radiant know that somewhere in this South River area there's Observer Sentry combo. They're going to go for it anyway, though. Impale Stun combo is good, but way too many heroes coming in. Fissure onto 2. Shackle available as well. Sunstrike, Arrow from the Mirana, and Starstorm. Sven's going to separate to the top, and they will take down King RD. And Sven should be falling here, and he will. They decide to dive the tower a little bit too aggressively. It is going to force everyone to that bottom lane. Give Earth Spirit that free top lane for a little while. So it's not completely free for Youth Fury, but it is definitely worth it in the end. And this might be worth it as well if they can burst down the Necrophos. He does have a lot of points in that Ghost Shroud. He's going to jump right into a Death Pulse and full HP. Thank you, Ice Frog. He's actually only gone for 1 point Heartstopper and 3 in the Ghost Shroud. Impale's going to go wide. And Sven is going to farm in the meantime. I thought he was going to come in. They got the Shackle onto the Necrophos. He does have a Scythe. Can he kill anyone for that regeneration stack? That'll be huge. He was mid-Scythe cancel, or mid-Scythe cast, and then he canceled it, I think. I heard a Stormhammer and a God Strength. Thought HVM was going to come out of nowhere, but I guess not. He has bigger plans, I guess. Gotta get that gold. Mask of Madness, God Strength, maxed out in the cleave. Nobody gets the bounty rune.
Radiant's bottom tower is
So yeah, they do take down Necrophos. A big, big kill for the Dire here. That being said, though, Mirana so far hasn't really been playing the game. Very PvE style from her. Again, Diffusal Blade, a necessity to be picked up, and is going to be purchased ASAP for her. Only made that 1 rotation to the bottom lane, and that's where she's chilling. I think they need a 3rd hero here if they're going to kill her off. That is a Raindrop hero with level 4 leap. Level 6 Earth Spirit's going to help, but not enough, I don't think. Tower's going to be pushed into deny range. There's a fortification here. Mirana may just get debated. Is going to take down the tower, but the CC, is it good enough? Oh, yes, it is. And they blast her to death. Sunstrike will be split, so it won't really do all that much. They take the tower, yes, but is it worth it? I think it's probably slightly worth it. It's close either way. This isn't good, though, in total, because the Toon is going to take down this tower. There are a lot of heroes swarming around the Sven. There is a Fissure to Wall. It doesn't do anything, but I don't think they need it either. Sunstrike's coming in. That'll do a lot of damage, and we'll get the kill. The Toon's going to rotate in along with Matthew. Although there's a Batrider still in the skies. The stun misses on the Shadow Shaman. A little bit of Vortex slow, not much. A Rolling Boulder slow, very slowly, and we have another Scythe on the way with your name on it. Congratulations, you're a winner. A huge 24-second Scythe respawn time. Not really sure if that was worth it. But he's dead. Got the Shadow Shaman. For this Sven, never going to take that trade, but they'll take what they can get. So good rotations from the Youth Fury side. Keeping the Invoker in the mid lane. Has a Hand of Midas. Soon, I guess. It's a kind of a slow Midas. He opted to go for 2 Null Talismans beforehand. That is quite an expensive cost when your only real core item that you really need as Invoker 100% of the time is that Midas. Uh-oh. Well, that's a Fissure, that's a Hex, that's an Arrow. Shackle Shot afterwards, and Sunstrike wasn't even needed. The Invoker now does have it, 12 minutes in. Could do worse. No Scythe here. It looks like they still want to make a fight happen. It's a half HP Mirana. Hammer's going to follow her, but she's safe in the trees. Shaker going to wall him off as well. They had a Earth Spirit or Nyx there. They could have went for that, but Nyx obviously dead. Earth Spirit lagging behind a little bit. HFN still thinking for it. And Hammer not going to be dodged by the Fade time. Any True Sight here, though. Any True Sight at all could be really dangerous. They definitely saw that Moonlight Shadow. 100% they saw it, and now they will see it fade. There's a Shackle. Where's the kick? They need to rescue this Sven ASAP. Serpent Wards do get dropped, protecting the tower. Echo Slam onto 2. Ice Blast is coming in as well. Sunstrike will mostly miss, and HFN is still kicking. They've already taken down the Mirana, now the Shaker to fall as well. Scythe available once again for the poor Shadow Shaman. Why? Why are they so mean? Shadowburn's chasing after HFN. There's a kick coming in slightly off the mark. Is there another hammer? No, he will burn. But can a Bat Rider get out of this? Spike Carapace to stun. Second stun misses. Roll will miss as well. What the hell am I watching? He didn't pick up a TP. He's just going to walk out of there. The easiest thing in the world for the Bat Rider. What the hell? They missed actually everything. Ultimately, though, it is going to be a favorable numerical trade for the DC side. They do lose the Sven once again, but still he's on top of the net worth chart, so it's not the worst thing in the world. The Evoker was pushing in the mid lane in the meantime. Perhaps the largest cost to that fight was the fact that Shadow Shaman was forced to use Serpent Wards to hug his own tower. And at this stage in the game, you still want to be saving those wards to take objectives. And they're not the longest cooldown in the world, but it really does hurt whenever you use Serpent Wards for a non-tower taking play. There is a Nyx on the prowl. And there are no... Oh, there's a sentry here. Don't get you baited. Oh, Spike Carapace actually very early on. Great read by the Nyx. Seeing a couple heroes rotate towards him. He's still in a little bit of trouble here, though he does have another Spike Carapace now. How are you going to get out of this one, I wonder? He's going to Spike Carapace one more time. Matthew is here for a silence and a kick onto 2. Shadow Shaman's almost dead, but there's no more damage going in towards him. Stick charges keep him alive, and the Earth Spirit will drop. Only Earth Spirit Nyx, and they try to turn around there. That's pretty greedy. The tower will fall, and we have ourselves a very even game. Blink Dagger timing for the Shaker right around the corner. As long as he doesn't do anything stupid right now and get himself killed. AA is working at an insane level 8, and we have 4 staff on the Necrophos. With a target in sight, Mirana is going to wander into the wrong neighborhood. Not quite perfect, but still darn good. I don't know if there's any way to make that happen perfectly. Now, obviously, you want to get the kill on the Necrophos to refill the mana tanks, but not that big of a deal. 20-second respawn time, Sven, Mask of Madness, Echo Saber. There's a chance that that smoke was spotted right on the tail end. Never mind, they found the Earthshaker. They missed the roll in, but they did get him anyway, although here comes the reinforcements. They don't have any more spells coming out from this Earth Spirit. We'll magnetize the 2 of them, and Sven is just shrugging all this damage off. Magnetize should kill off the Shadow Shaman. Ice Blast goes towards the Bat Rider. Gets the kill on both. Sunstrike? No, he's not scared of a Sunstrike. He's just going to kill Ancients. Why would you cower for your life when you can get gold instead? That was also with no Necrophos. He was on top, so they just slaughter everyone. God Strength, level 2. I think was level 2 at the time. Echo Saber, Mask of Madness is all you need. As long as you're able to stick onto your targets, and with an Earth Spirit, that is very, very possible. You get those kills in a flash. Earthshaker did go down. Wasn't doing anything stupid, just happened to get ganked. So Blink Dagger is going to be delayed even more. Blink Dagger on the Bat Rider is not even his next item. He's going to go for BKB first. An incredible item to have for sure, but it does feel like Youth Fury are going to struggle to actually get these initiations off properly. Shaker's been doing a fantastic job so far, and with the Blink Dagger on him, he'll continue to do so, I expect. But it does feel like the Bat Rider needs to be able to follow up as well. Handle the Sven and or the Necrophos, and Youth Fury can take a fight, but when you're only handling one of them, it's a lot more questionable. Oh no. This right here, Shaker thinks, is his Blink Dagger. I got bad news for him. It's not. It is the exact opposite of his Blink Dagger. He's dead for 50. And he still doesn't have it. I mean, 1740, 18 minutes. It's not like super different, right? They don't really have enough map control to make all these initiation items worth really huge anyway. I mean, they'll still be good. They're still going to go for them, obviously. They are still the plan.
Dire are scanning.
Really? Do they see him? Hide. Mirana's eyes are based on movement. They found a Mirana, but they don't have a scythe. Earth Spirit's just gonna piece on out of there. Necrophos like, you bastard, come back and protect me. Arrow connects. He's stuck in the Star Storm and the Firefly, and he's just gonna go down. I'm not really sure what the plan was there. Nyx Assassin is gonna come in. Matthew's gonna land a really nice kick onto 2. And Nyx Assassin still keeping himself really far back, just in case. And it looks like he may find an opportunity to push forward a little bit, because this Shadow Shaman is pretty easy pickings. If you can Vendetta him, you have a chance, but Matthew ran through the creep wave, so they should know exactly what's going on. Yeah, Shadowburn knows exactly what's happening. If you see the enemy Earth Spirit go like this without, you know, without mentioning the creep wave at all, just walking straight past, you probably know that something's up. Man, this AA is level 11. It's actually a really high level for an Ancient Apparition, 19 minutes in. Quick level check. What do we have? 8 and 9. In the meantime, we got 10 and 11 on the DC side. That's pretty insane. He hasn't really been, like, aggressively roaming and getting kills or whatever. He just, you know, assist here, assist there. Witness the Sven take an entire Ancient stack there. And all of it adds up a lot. It's not going to be a Midas Ags Ancient Apparition game anytime soon, at least, but still, level 12. That's when the good stuff happens. Nyx Assassin should totally know what he's spotted. He's going to wander into everyone's Spike Carapace, but only ends up stunning the Batrider. Can they focus him down? He's taking a lot of damage, but the Nyx Assassin taking a little bit more. Echo Slam will do a lot of damage to the Necrophos as well, and they get the Ward Trap. He's going to get 4 stacked out. He'll survive for a little while longer. Sven in the meantime, cleaving through everyone in the back, but he's out of backup. Everyone left him, and now he's just going to, do a lot of damage to that cleave hit, but not enough. Batrider's going to buy back, looking for the Necrophos now. There is still a Scythe here, but there's also still a Lasso. Pulled right back in, Invoker with the Alacrity. Arrow will fly wide, but they have more than enough disables to get these kills. And DC try to initiate off of a Spiked Carapace, which ordinarily would be pretty good, but no one actually attacked him because it was pretty obvious what he was doing. If he was able to stun up, I don't know, like a Shadow Shaman to cancel the Shackles, or anyone else can't hit a Starstorm. Oh, got him. I would like to thank Purple for pinging that out, otherwise I might have missed that. But yeah, that initiation was really, really sloppy. Getting the Sven separated so far from the Necrophos, not being able to drop a Scythe on anyone in that engagement. They did kill off the Batrider and force out a buyback, and that's not nothing, but it certainly did cost them a lot in the end. HFN has BKB at the ready now, though. And with the BKB, he can pretty confidently just wander in and hit whoever he wants to. Like we saw before, he cleaved through and almost killed off the Mirana and the Shadow Shaman. A couple more hits like that, and man, you're looking at a pretty disgusting fight.
Radiant's top tower is being denied.
13 AA, 4 staff, right around the corner. We got, whoa, okay. I was gonna say Necrophos just had a Midas in his quick buy. Rod of Atos seems like a little bit more standard there. This definitely does seem like a game that may go for a little bit longer here. I feel like every time I say that though, the game immediately ends because one team really messes up.
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant scan is off the mark, but they do have the correct circle drawn on the map. They're going to run into each other. Double damage grabbed by the Mirana. She does get stunned up. Backup is here in spades, though. Ice Blast should kill off the Mirana. I think it's going to be close to the site. They will definitely take the kill. Now the Stormhammer. Dodged by the Ghost Walk. Well played by the Invoker, but still they're not safe. They're going to get onto the Shadow Shaman, kill him off in an instant. In the back line of the DC side, they're just fine because they Spike Carapace, stun the Batrider, impaled a Chain Stun, and they got him with the Mana Burn. My god, that did a lot of damage. It's a 4 for nil. And the fact that Mirana was in the front, that's a concern. The fact that they couldn't have anyone else in the front, that's another concern as well. Like, I'm a fan of BKB Batrider as much as the next guy, but it does feel like if you're going to make that play work, you need to be able to cast a lasso. Like, he had no opportunities to do that. And with the BKB, like, maybe he'll BKB and cast a lasso later, but it won't do anything because he won't have a Blink Dagger. Not convinced about this Batrider build so far, and so far he's done very, very little. It seems very, very little compared to what the team needs him to do. Let's not speak in absolutes here, because only Sith deal in absolutes. Invoker. Can I make an absolute assertion right now? I'm going to say that someone is going to die here. And it's going to be that Invoker. There is no God Strength, but still the damage is huge. Jeez. Oh, and they also see the Shadow Shaman. Do they? No, they don't, actually. They see where he's going. There's no Blink Echo Slam here. Did Shaker just mess up and cast it on... What happened here? They don't know what happened here? He doesn't have Echo Slam. I don't know where it went. We're just going to pretend he used it, and it failed. Like when you try to use a moving Pokemon and it just doesn't work. It failed. Mirana jumps away from the hammer, keeps herself safe. Kick does go in. God Strength won't kill any heroes here, which is kind of awkward. Invoker being down is a pretty big opening. But they have to watch out because in Necrophos, he's kind of low on mana here. He doesn't have a sight. Sven gonna jump in for round 2. Oh my god! Cleaves through the Earthshaker. Fresh beef is on the menu and then gets pulled back into the tower. Spike Carapace though gonna slow down the lasso back. And we'll get the Sven unleashed from that cage. Lets him kill off the Shadow Shaman. Force Staff out. Really? No, he's gonna go down. The tower's still alive, by the way. I think the catapult should seal the deal here. Arrow. Oh, will be dodged because of the tornado. No way. Is King RD going to survive through all this? No, he's not. He's going to get killed off, as will the Earth Spirit, thanks to the Rolling Boulder. And Necrophos, he's going to have to pull out some sort of miracle here. He has a barrier. Force Staff down to the Golems, and best case scenario was death to the Ancients. And it will be Youth Fury striking back to some degree. But it is going to be real costly. They get a lot of cash off of it, but they lost to tier 3, which means shrines are now open. And DC, you could tell that they were feeling themselves, man. They were going in because they felt invulnerable. Next time, it's very easy for DC to hit the brakes. I mean, Sven shouldn't really be going in that far. I don't know when his Echo Saber was put into his into his backpack, but that also like shouldn't really be happening all the time.
What have we here?
Either way, it is very easy for DC now to set up for Roche, or just get a kill on a hero such as Batrider. Nyx is just sitting in the Firefly right now. It's gonna time out. He has no backup. Ice Blast is it coming? I don't see it. They will see a Shadow Shaman, and Nyx is. He should know that he's safe because he's wandering around with the gem, although they do drop the sentry. Nyx Assassin will back off and we'll be fine. Oh, Sven, though, he's just going in? What a baller, man. Sometimes you just gotta go in. Well, he does have the BKB. Arrow will kill the catapult. That's actually pretty useful. Echo Slam now. That's a good one. On to everyone with a lot of creeps as well. Sven burst. Not quite enough. Pops the BKB. Pops the God Strength. Trying to look for a target. Will find the Sven. Then blinks out. Somehow nothing was attacking him. And they'll take down the Invoker who just bought back earlier. Shadowburn will slowly tick down as well. They get the Shackle onto the Necrophos. He does have 6 charges and a Force Staff. Still not dead just yet. Are you kidding me? One more shot will get the kill. But now Sven jumps right back into a stun though. He's going to get the kill with a nice impale from the Nyx Assassin. Now they're looking for the last remaining hero. Somehow that's Shadow Shaman. He has no mana and the heroes from DC will fall back. Again, costing them 2 of their fat cores in the Sven and the Necrophos, but that was actually a buyback on the Mirana. Okay. Yeah, she committed a lot in that engagement. You can see again, the Batrider is not really doing his job. There are no lassos that are starting any fights anytime soon. Yeah, losing your Sven is bad. Yeah, losing your Necrophos is bad. But, man, it's going to be pretty wealthy for the rest of them. Dual Scepter in the pipeline for the Earth. We got Ancient Apparition, Glimmer Cape, Medallion on the way. Not anytime soon, but eventually. Youth Fury are still putting up a pretty decent fight, all things considered. That Echo Slam was absolutely fantastic. A full creep wave plus 2 heroes. It's hard to get much better than that. But again, it seems like Earthshaker is the only one who's really contributing to initiating in any way, shape, or form. Uh-oh. Invoker, really? Yeah, I'm not really sure about this one. Invoker's going to teleport in, kind of blind. Now is rooted. Ice effect is going to land on him. But he will be just fine. There's a gem, but looks like Necrophos was a little bit too far away for the finishing blow. And now it's time for Roche. Sunstrike will scout. HFN, though, fairly bulky. Does have some lifesteal. Maybe some more urn charges floating around? No more, actually. Arrow will connect onto a lump of dirt. Matthew's going to stun everyone, just trying to be a diversion. Silences 3 as well. Will lose all of his mana, so he will fall first, but a nice impale. Will isolate the Earthshaker, kill him off, and maybe set up for Shadow Burn as well. He's going to pop the BKB, grab the Necrophos. Finally, there's a lasso. Can they even kill him? No, they don't even try. I don't know what Shadow Shaman's doing in the trees there, but let me tell you what, he does not want to be there. He will get out just in time. Trading the Earth Spirit for the Earth Shaker is all well and good, but the end result is still Sven walks away with the Aegis. I think that was the first one, so there's no cheese floating around. The Shrine is easy pickings. Tier 2 should be easy pickings as well. No Echo Slam to worry about. No lasso to worry about. Might as well go for it. They didn't even scythe anyone in that last fight, actually, so easy kills on these structures. Over in bottom lane, Mosh is doing what he can. Travels on Invoker. This time, not going to bite him in the ass. Might even get him a tier 2 tower. Although there's a TP coming back in the form of Matthew. Just wants to make sure that Invoker is not going to be teleporting back anytime soon. Maybe a little bit careful. He's going to silence, Ice Blast. They're just trying to mess with him as much as possible because over in the mid lane, Sven just going ham. He is going to get shackled. BKB not triggered off for his first life. Although, never mind, he's going to start cleaving through everyone. Look at the cleave damage. It's an instant double for HFN. Okay, no, yeah, that's fair. Matthew, what? Okay, Matthew decided to go in, apparently. I'm not really sure about that one. But Sven just going off. Feeling really confident thanks to that Aegis. Make another 2-for-2 trade. They didn't even finish the shrine. It feels like DC are just way too excited to be playing this game, and they're not taking their time and being patient. If they were, then I'm pretty sure Matthew doesn't die in bottom lane. The shrine goes down, and yeah, it's fine. They're pretty far ahead. They could probably afford to make these type of plays. Like Sven by himself killing a shrine at half HP. It's still very easy for the Dire side to kill Sven twice. And it looks like it may be happening. He just ran right into the ice wall, and Force Staff didn't get him down. Oh no. Ripperino Sven. Ice Blast is coming in. Will land onto a whole bunch of them. There's no mana on the Necrophos, though. How did he end up with no mana? Blink out from Sven, though. We'll keep him safe. They needed to get him out of there. Desperate extraction, but it will work out in the end. Cost them an Aegis, but much better than the alternative. That's for damn sure. Necrophos with no mana, a little bit awkward. The hero typically doesn't buy a lot of mana regeneration items. Like, this is the only, like, mana item he gets, and even then it's, like, not that great, just 20 int. That is until you are looking at, like, sheep sticks and Shivas and stuff like that. But hey, if you get scythe kills, get that 10 stack of the regeneration death pulse, yeah, you'll have all the mana you need. It just hasn't happened in a while. I don't have the Aegis anymore. They're just going to get right back to work on the shrine. Oh my god, Sven has a heart of Taras. That's going to be pretty rough. 40 strength is, in case you guys don't know, God strength calculates based off of your stats. So like the green damage doesn't get amplified, it's just your gray damage. And your gray damage factors in stats. So 40 is going to get amplified, and oh, 4. Oh, he just didn't see him at all. He has dust. But he had no idea that there was a Shadow Shaman there. That was a slick juke. It will be Shadow Shaman to survive. Does Mirana have equally slick jukes? Blink?
Dire's
Ooh.
bottom shrine is
It
under
wasn't
attack.
quite as slick, but that was still pretty
Dire's
good.
bottom shrine
Not bad.
has fallen.
So the shrines will fall. Only 10 gold left for Attune to get that Aghanim Scepter upgrade. Right? The rest should be on the courier. That's an Ags. Now we got, you know, balanced cooldown on the Reaper Scythe. Gonna be throwing that around willy-nilly. This is a big item pickup, though, for the Invoker. The Lincoln Sphere, yeah, may just end up blocking something kind of low value, like a Storm, like a Mana Burn or something like that. Maybe Cold Feet, but there's a chance, maybe, block something like a Reaper Scythe. High potential value there. Oh, Invoker just blinked right over the Sven. And Sven knows it. It's like, wait a minute. Something's going on here. Matthew, though, gets read like a book. Arrow set up. Is going to be dodged by the Cyclone. Sven coming in. Wants a target. Finds a silenced Invoker. Lincoln Sphere not going to do much for you there, my friend. And that will be Invoker down for 110 seconds with no buyback. Necrophos got the kill, so he will get the mana refund. And Nyx Assassin will stun up the bat. He's invisible, and I'm not sure if they know about it. Arrow. Got him. Yeah. No Invoker, though, is a big, big problem here, especially when Sven is just going to say, screw all you guys. I'm going to go for bottom lane. He just killed the entire creep wave in one hit. That actually just happened. Batrider, does he have a blink? He doesn't have a... What? How do you initiate right now? Arrow blind? Yeah, sure. There's no Invoker. There's not going to be an Invoker. Someone's got to deal with this almost 5,000 HP Sven, and I'm not really sure who that's going to be. PTT, you're the team's only hope, man. You've been doing some pretty good initiation work. You know, the 7,000 net worth Earthshaker, it all rests on you, bud. There's another Scythe, by the way. Super low cooldown now that it's agged. PTT also has to make sure to not stand still like that. Arrow, got him. Onto the AA. That's 4 staff down for a couple seconds. Wall off on the Sven. He doesn't care. He has heals behind him. He has heart regen. Sometimes. He has Mask of Madness, lifesteal. And he's solar crested. So, yeah, he actually just doesn't care. 30 seconds left, and he will just pop the BKB to solidify this tower kill. Warcry as well. He's going to stick around 20 seconds. They're not scared. Although with no BKB, I'm pretty sure they should be scared. Yeah, they'll fall back. I don't think they need that BKB there, but got him. They're just going to wait, though. They're just going to wait for someone to think this is a safe place to farm. I mean, it looks safe to me. Right? There's only like a rock there. That's not suspicious at all. It actually will be completely safe. Dire Obs, way down in the Radiant Jungle. Isn't really going to see anyone retreat there, so the Dire should know that, or should suspect there's a Radiant hero somewhere in this area. And looks like Masha is in a precarious position. Impale's going to stun him off. They burn the Lincoln Sphere. Now here comes the Sven. Oh my god, that was a 4-hit kill. BKB goes up on the Batrider, and they will catch the Necrophos, but they're just not killing him fast enough, I don't think. Ghost Shroud heal should be coming out. No, the Echo Slam does jam it home, and Necrophos will fall. Sven getting kited every which way, cannot find a single hero to hit. And it will be King RD to be tagged with an arrow, brought down as well. Sven looking to reinitiate perhaps, but he doesn't have a Stormhammer target just yet. He will jump out of there instead. Nyx Assassin, he's going to be caught as well. Maybe, yes, that's going to be the gem. Sacrificed over to the Dire side. Triple kill for the Mirana. Sven is thinking about coming back in, but wanders right into a Shadow Shaman. He has Manta Style? Okay, he has Manta Style now. He's just going to book it. He should be fine, right? Looks like he's fine.
What have we here?
That is totally a fake AA, because AA is dead. And that is DC going a little bit too far. Finally, Batrider lassoing someone of relevance and actually killing them off. Turns out that's pretty good. It does feel like the Sven is kind of just falling victim to the fact that he has Heart and Manta Style instead of something that can, you know, insta-give a lot faster. Like, Heart gives him some good health, obviously, a lot of damage, with God Strength, of course. But it's not a Daedalus, right? It's taking him just a little bit longer to get these kills than otherwise would. I don't think he really cares, though. Yule Scepter, set up for the ice. It's perfect. Oh my god. BKB, Mirana's gonna leap out straight into a Sven. This is a no-fly zone. Although, he doesn't have BKB up. It'll still shatter in the end. Mirana down. Oh, she was holding the gem also. So, Nyx Assassin gets his little true sight back. And Sven didn't use anything for that. Very interesting to see this Manta style pick up on Sven. I don't think I've ever seen that before. The only reason to get a Manta style on someone like Sven is because, oh, you have an armlet, but he doesn't have the stealth, and he's just going to go straight for the Rax. He doesn't care at all. Rax down. Can they do anything about this? Lasso fails to be used, and now the only hero in trouble is the AA. Gets Force Staffed out. Two-man Stormhammer will give him a little bit more to retreat with, and the Earthshaker is just getting butchered by these illusions, actually. Netted down by the rods, still surviving, but shatters in the end. Okay, it's definitely possible that I'm underestimating the amount of damage that Manta-style illusions do with the Heart of Tarrasque, since they are, again, based on your stats. But, like, defensively, it doesn't seem like it's incredible, but either way, man, it's working. It's working for him. Yeah, seems okay. I don't know. I would much rather have, say, an Aegis or a Cheese. It looks like they'll be getting both of those. Sven is so freaking huge right now. Invoker's not too far behind, but Invoker's just getting stunned up and killed like first thing in every single fight, so it doesn't even matter. HFN is stacked beyond his wildest dreams, and he's not even level 25 yet. That's the weird thing. Somehow he hasn't hit that mark. That's 2 racks in favor of DC so far. Looking to go for the kill shot right now. They do have the Cheese, they have the Aegis. They don't really have all the heroes in the right spot, though. AA is very far. You don't need AA to be very close, but... Is Sven just going to go for it? He would if he wasn't lassoed, first of all. Ice Blast is coming in. Will land on pretty much everyone, or at least will apply the chill effect. He already used the God Strength, even if he dies here. Oh, I'm not really sure. He's going to pop the BKB, pop the Cheese, and he's just going to turn around and start swinging. It's a really slow God Strength. He can't really find a target again. He's struggling in this engagement. Manta style, what are you doing? So far, not much. He needs some help. Matthew is going to encase him and kick him out. Oh my god, he has an Ags. Earth Spirit, what a hero. Echo Slam does catch the Necrophos. He's the one with the Aegis, gets Force Staff right up the high ground. HFN in the meantime is trying to regen a little bit off of the creeps, and it will be Necrophos clean escape. Nyx Assassin probably not as much so. Force Staffed out, dodges the stun. Sven in the meantime setting up for an Ice Blast onto the Batrider. That's lethal damage, gets the kill there. Arrow will connect to King RD, and they will take down the H apparition. I'm not really sure what that smoke was. It was to pick up the gem, probably. Sven's back. Sven cannot be stopped. This guy is an absolute madman. Necrophos is also coming back to the fight, although a little bit slower than the Sven would really like right now. Where's the help? There is no help just yet. Nyx Assassin's still hiding. They'll take down the Sven. Everyone and their mom's gonna teleport back because we are in full breach here. But that was a massive fight for Youth Fury. Losing the Batrider, but the Sven. The Sven is just jumping the gun. There's no other way to put it. He's going in way too far without his backup. If he has someone who can stun for him, then yeah, that's fine. Like a Blake Nyx Assassin onto any given hero with the Sven blinking in at the same time should get them that kill. And, you know, maybe we'll set up for a couple of other kills afterwards once you have Rod of Atos being thrown in. Or any other disable from any of their heroes. Scythe, get the Boulder Smash in. But the Sven he jumped in, got lassoed, and then he was just like chasing heroes. Like he went here, he ended up here, and he hit like 0 heroes that entire time. So as mad farmed as this Sven is, his farm is only relevant when he can hit things.
Invisibility.
The Manta-style illusions don't cleave. Earth Spirit does see an Invoker. There is no ice though. And that was a very ambitious TP from the Necrophos. who still has the Aegis, actually. Masha is kind of close to his backup. They encase the Invoker. And that's it. He's going to pop the BKB, just turn around with Sunstrike, and the Meteor coming down to Matthew. Actually, it mostly misses. Ice Wall still goes up, but he rolls right out of it. BKB on the Batrider. They find the Necrophos. He's the one with the Aegis. Impale lands onto the Earthshaker. Maybe stalling a potential chain stun. Toon is still not dead. In fact, he's barely taken any damage thus far. And they're going to try to gun down this Shadow Shaman. The Fissure is going to give him a lot of cover until Sven comes in and cleaves his head off. Off to the top side, Masha is going to Ghost Walk himself to freedom, it looks like. There's a gem on the Nyx Assassin. Don't move, Masha. Don't move. You're wandering into dangerous territory here. Okay, he definitely knows that there's True Sight there, because that was a ward. So he's kind of separated, but he should be able to get back easily. Yeah, there you go. Eats 2 tomes because, you know, level 25 Invoker. Wasn't he already level 25? I don't know. Either way, Sven once again just going to ignore everything and go for the structures. Nyx Assassin, kind of that siege train. Here's the jump in. Sven is going to get encased, protecting him from all damage, but he does not have any mana. He gets pulled back immediately afterwards. BKB now for the run out. Nyx Assassin in an awkward spot for sure. Everyone trying to force staff. Necrophos might be getting left behind here, but he still has the Ghost Shroud, still has that Aegis. He is incredibly tanky with his build right now. No mana on Sven may mean that they have to back up. They need that Stormhammer if they're going to initiate. But that is a lasso down. Should be another one up soon. But end results, just go in, take a tower, walk out. A little bit more stressful than that, obviously, but hey, it works out. God, that's a Lotus Orb on the Ancient Apparition. Whew. Yeah. That is a good item to get rid of, you know, all these disables and whatnot, but perhaps the best part about that item is how they've been playing. Like, they've been putting the Sven, no one but the Sven, on the front lines, and Batrider's been grabbing him. And you know what you can't do? Well, that's not how that works. If you try to grab the Sven, you'll just sit there as well. So it's just like another Shadow Shaman Shackles, except it's shittier. Jump in, Ice Wall, Fissure, X marks the spot. Sven, yo, he's just gonna YOLO in again. Range racks his target, he'll get it, although he will get pulled back by the Batrider. Still not that much damage being dealt to him. He's gonna match style split afterwards, try to retreat. And again, he's not really doing all that much damage, but off to the south side, they will catch a Shadow Shaman, try to scythe him down, fails to do any damage. Now the Sven will get picked off. 100 seconds on the sidelines, everyone else on the retreat. Sunstrike will not snipe King RD, but he still will fall. EMP catching a whole bunch there. The kick is nice, but it's not going to be able to save this Nyx Assassin. Earthshaker's going to jump forward, catches the Earth Spirit. That Tornado should kill, and it will. That is a 4-man wipe. They do take down the range racks, but why are they playing like this? I don't quite understand why they're playing in this fashion. Like, it's fine because they're taking down structures, but I feel like if they just play a little bit more patiently, they could just win this game without suiciding literally their entire team. Like, Necrophos has really been struggling to make any sort of significant contribution, because every single time a fight starts, it's Sven, like, 2,000 range away from any of his allies. Just counting on the Earth Spirit to get him out of there.
Haste.
This feels like the type of playstyle of a team that really wants to go to bed, you know what I mean? Like, they don't really want to be playing this game anymore, they just want to end it as soon as possible, and it's making them do some silly things. Because now, the tier 2's down, Necrophos is the only one surviving. They have a fortification, and they already use Serpent Wards, but still, this right-click damage from the Mirana and Invoker is substantial. Here comes the Ice, onto 4 heroes. They're going to Atos down the Earthshaker. It's not going to do a hell of a lot there. Masha is going to try to BKB, just focus down the racks. Realizes that's a little bit too much. In the back, we have a TP. It's the Sven, gets lassoed. No damage here, though, and we have a Scythe in the backline that will kill off the Shadow Shaman. Sven will make it out in time. I think the Mirana might not, though. She actually has no mana to do anything, and she'll just get cleaved apart. That's no God Strength, by the way, from the Sven so far. And that will be Mirana and Shadow Shaman to fall, ultimately just taking down a tier 3. That was pretty ambitious from Youth Fury. Oh my god, he's got it. This man's got a refresh orb. That boy has 2 God Strengths and 2 BKBs. If he can afford it. Like, he's got to do something crazy with this Mango refresher strat. It's mostly for consistency more than anything else, so he can have God Strength up more often. But he just went for it, man. Like, Moonshard? You don't need Moonshard. You don't do that. You're just going to have God Strength all the time. Forces 2 buybacks. BKBs do go out. And the Lotus Orb, there we go. Keeps the Batrider in place along with the Sven. So that lets the Sven bond hitting. Rax is down. Down soon. There it is. Vision goes up, separating the fight. Sven in a really bad spot. His health pool is pretty deep, but the Shadow Shaman is down first. Enchant Totem will kick the Sven out to safety, and it looks like he's just fine. Can everyone else escape with the Megas now intact? Nyx Assassin fairly low. Arrows, 3 of them. Connects onto the Ancient Apparition. Nyx Assassin gets a really nice impale. The AA is already in a lot of trouble. He's going to try to burrow and get that regen going, but it's not going to do enough. Echo Slam shatters the Ancient Apparition. Now it's Toon in a really rough spot right now. Ghost Scepter, not going to do it. Ghost Shroud, rather. Now Sven, he's going to try to make his escape. Run, Sven. Ghost Snap cancels the Blink Dagger. Mantis Style to get rid of it. He has no mana, though. He has a Blink out, narrowly dodging that Twister. Although, there's another one. It's time to fight Sven. He has 2 seconds left till BKB. 1 second left. Now he's going to pop it, dodge the Tornado, and he's got back up here in Matthew, but Matthew shows up, doesn't really land any of his spells. He's going to refresh. BKB again. Mantis Style again. To what point and purpose, Sven? What are you doing here? Tornado onto 2, Sunstrike will be split. Ice Wall goes up, Enchant Remnant, but he's just stuck there. And Sven now has to fight his way out with no God Strength. He used all his mana. They have no buybacks. What? Do they really have... Oh god, guys. They have no buybacks, but there's no creeps anywhere nearby. Mirana's stuck! Is Mirana stuck? No. She could have been hitting stuff the entire time. Okay, there's 70 seconds with no buyback. They got mega creeps. What is happening? Guys, does anyone know what is happening? Can anyone explain to me with this game? They'll have 3 people up. What did everyone spend their money on? What happened? Ice Blast? Does that kill the Mirana? No, it doesn't. Here comes the lasso onto the Nyx Assassin. Spike Carapace is up, but everyone in their BKB don't care a bit about that. Oh, he'll kill the Mirana. Still was in shatter range. I think Nyx Assassin is dead to the Tornado. Not quite. Another Spike Carapace. BKB. How is he still alive? Can anyone explain that to me? Okay, here comes a Toon. Nyx Assassin does have a buyback, and Necropose does not. Impale onto, looked like 2, but ended up being 0. Have they held? Have they held? Nyx Assassin with the plays. Did he hold? Did they hold the door? Because top lane's in full breach. Bottom lane's going to be in full breach soon, and the Dire have lost their opportunity to win the game. Oh my god. Oh, what is this game? This game, like, it looks like such an easy game. Oh, it's not Megas. Never mind, there's a range Rax here. That's my bad. I just assumed that was dead. This just looks like such a easy game for DC to win, but they're like trying their darndest to throw this game, man. They will grab defeat from the jaws of victory. Going for Roche now. I can't help but feel that Moonshard might be superior to this Refresher Orb, but what the hell do I know? Here comes the Batrider. Blink Dagger BKB, it's all prepped up. Matthew's gonna stump the Earthshaker. Batrider jumps in. Unfortunately, doesn't get anything. Does force the Nyx Assassin to pick up the Aegis, though. Earth Spirit dodges the Sunstrike. Ice Blast coming through, won't do all that much. And now the Earth Spirit will Force Staff over everything. We'll be fine. What's the end result here? Cheese on the Sven, Aegis on the Nyx Assassin. Top lane's in full breach. Bottom lane, though, that range Rax needs to be tapped once. And I know just the hero to do it. Sven, I have a mission for you. Should you choose to accept it, you go in, hit this building once with anything, God Strength or not, and then you run away. I know he's going to fail that mission because I know he's going to hit it, kill it, and then look for kills. And he's going to end up getting killed, and then they have no buybacks still because no one has buybacks for some reason. Does anyone know why they don't have buybacks? I have no idea. But this is pretty dangerous. If they get into a fight right now, they could just lose. What they should do is take the Megas and then run away and wait for Megas to kind of grind down the Dire. There you go. Oh, they're gonna go in, man. They don't care about buybacks. Maybe that's a mistake. Here comes the Batrider lasso. Only onto the Nyx Assassin, though. He's the one with the Aegis. Ice Blast comes in, chills everyone. They do take down the Aegis and the Nyx Assassin immediately. And the Sven struggling to find a blink opportunity in. Everyone has BKBs up right now. Arrows will fly. Nyx BKB will hold. And it looks like they will actually make their retreat. This is how you're supposed to play, guys. Nyx AA will get caught on said retreat. Impale will be thrown out. Doesn't do anything. Matthew's looking to make some baller plays with the Chant Remnant. I'm not really sure if that's really a good idea, though. See, right now, they should just make sure they have buybacks. There's none on the Necrophos. He needs 1,400 gold. That's what you do in this time. You don't lose heroes over here. You get buybacks. Or you just YOLO in with everybody. You know, whatever. What the hell do I know? Oh, Earth Spirit is going to get shocked down. BKB's up once again. Everyone, another lasso onto Necros. Can they burst him down? He's getting tagged with an arrow. Stun duration is pretty long, and they will take him down with no buyback. AA to fall as well. Can they push out despite these megas? Oh, what is happening? Sven, why are you farming here by yourself? Run away. Seek help. Oh, God. I don't know what's going on. Oh, God.
Radiant's top shrine
Okay, they have megas though.
Radiant's
They
top
have
shrine has fallen.
megas. And they're still going in despite not having a buyback on Necrophos, despite only having 2 heroes, they're going in. Arrows will all miss. Is there a gem? Oh, there is a gem on the Batrider. There's a gem on the Nyx Assassin too, so they definitely see each other. Spike Carapace goes up, but it's not going to do anything up against the Batrider, who has the BKB up, and Nyx Assassin will just get pinned down. And Invoke Sven and Invoker once again. The man fight of the century right now. He needs a blink out so desperately. Oh no, Sven, not like this. What are you doing, bro? You're killing me here. He's going to refresh for a BKB. And then just drop, right? He has no way of getting out of here, surely. He's going to manage style, get blocked by his own illusions. Still not dead, but will finally go down. He does have a buyback. In bottom lane, this is a messy situation creep-wise.
What have we here?
Well, they have... Yeah, he's just going... Matthew just wants to get kills, man. He's hunting the Shadow Shaman. Blind kick. It's just out of vision range. No, they just saw him, but it's too late. Alright, so, maybe save for buyback. Perhaps. Seems like that would be a decent idea. Matthew just wants more kills, man. What he doesn't know is that there's an Invoker right around the corner. This Ember Spirit does, this Earth Spirit rather, does not have True Sight. He's gonna blink into another lasso, which is getting some serious value. Earth Spirit down. Why? Necrophos is here as well for some reason. He's gonna pop BKB, dodge the fissure, and he ends up on the right side of it. There's no lasso to keep him here, but he's all alone with no buyback. So I think he's just dead. Right? Ghost Shroud trying to get a little bit more healing. King RD trying to sacrifice himself to get this Necrophos out, but a tornado and a couple more right clicks should kill him off. Or a fissure, there you go. And now King RD also is gonna die. Guys, megas are good and everything, but Youth Fury can actually deal with these. They're dealing with it on bottom lane. Rana kind of got messed up by them, but there's only 2 heroes up. I have no idea what's happening in this game. How did it come to this? Why did they play that way? It could have been so simple if they just, you know, slow sieged. You know, put Necrophos on the front lines, poke a tower a couple times, wait for buybacks, play it safe. Instead, they YOLO'd in for like the past 30 minutes, and now they might just straight lose the game because they need to wait 50 seconds. Oh no, Sven, BKB is going to be used here. Lasso is available, grabs Nyx Assassin, drags him into absolutely everyone, and I think they just got him, right? Yeah, they have True Sight for that Vendetta. It's just the Sven and Earth Spirit. How the hell did they... What? Okay, well, they're going to go for it. Sven is going to try his best to do something, but there's no one he can really stun. He doesn't have magic immunity. He's stuck outside of his fountain. He gets bumped back in by the Batrider, though. PGT's still alive at 10 HP. Somehow survived that. 5 seconds left for an AA. They're diving in the fountain. This is not the time for that. His top lane is still being pushed. There are Megas in the base right now. The Ancient is vulnerable. Ice Blast will fly through. Everyone's really weak, but no one's dead just yet. They're focusing down the Ancient. 2,000 HP. They need to kill off this Mirana and the Serpent Wards and everything else. They can't do it. Oh, what? You Fury win. And we're going to a game 3. Have you ever seen anything like that? Because I most certainly have not. That was a mess of epic proportions. Like, I only have to really show this, right? That's all that has to be shown. Why did they do that? I don't know. It feels like they were playing standard Dota for like 30 minutes, and then everyone got up from their keyboards, and then like 5 new guys came in and were just like, let's do this. We can't lose from this spot, right? No, they could. They definitely could lose from that spot. So Youth Fury somehow scrape out a win because DC throw the hardest I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm going to push it to a game 3, guys. I'm Mike Laura. It's been a pleasure casting these games for you guys. And I'll be right back in just a little bit.